24-year-old Felicia Johnson traveled from her hometown of San Diego, California, to Houston, Texas for a job audition at an adult club. This was an exciting opportunity for her, but she left home only to not return. What really happened to Felicia in April of 2022? Let's unravel this timeline of events that transpired. Felicia Johnson was a beautiful, kind, and loving young woman who brought joy and happiness to everyone she encountered. Felicia traveled to Houston, Texas for an audition at CoverGirl's Adult Entertainment Club and to celebrate her 24th birthday. Who wouldn't want to have a nice celebration in the lively city of Houston? Unfortunately, Felicia did not get the job. So what exactly happened to her during this trip? Felicia's family last heard from her on April 15th. They began to worry, as any family member would, so they asked a friend on April 16th in Houston to search for her based on the last location they pinged on her cell phone. After going to the last location that was pinged on Felicia's cell phone, her friend found her cell phone covered in blood at Bear Creek Park. How did her phone end up in this park, and where was she? Felicia was missing for approximately 2 months before a suspect was linked to her. Who's this suspect, you ask? His name is Chuabuka Nwobodo. Documents have records that show Felicia and Nwobodo were communicating on Snapchat, and they both agreed to meet for $500. His bank records also confirmed that he withdrew this amount from his Wells Fargo account on April 16th. Felicia placed an ad on an escort website, and this is where the story begins. According to court documents, Felicia was last seen at the International Hotel in Houston's Medical Center around 2:56 a.m. on April 16th. Nwobodo ordered an Uber to pick her up after responding to her ad. Once the Uber picked Felicia up, she was then taken to Nwobodo's old address in the 3200 block of Windchase Boulevard, which is the address of his previous residence. According to police, Nwobodo then took Johnson to his current residence on South Richmond Avenue and killed her before disposing of her phone. Police said it is believed Nwobodo disposed of Johnson's body a few days after the murder. About an hour later, surveillance video shows him leaving the complex. Then around 5:12 a.m., Felicia Johnson's phone connects with a cell tower near where her friend found her cell phone in Bear Creek Park.
Fox 26's Gabby Hart is live tonight with news that police say the suspect's Google search history is being used as evidence against him. Gabby.
Yeah, Tom, charging documents reveal that after Felicia Johnson's disappearance, the suspect Googled things like how to be a serial killer and how to get away with murder. Police also say that they found photos in his cell phone that showed the body of a dismembered woman along with other dead bodies.
New documents are providing insight into the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of 24-year-old Felicia Johnson. The community spent weeks calling for her safe return.
Sister, if you can see us, you have not been forgotten.
About an hour later, surveillance video shows him leaving the complex. Then around 5:12 a.m., Felicia Johnson's phone connects with a cell tower near where her friend found her cell phone in Bear Creek Park. On the morning of April 16th, Nwobodo received treatment on his right hand at a local clinic, claiming he cut himself while opening boxes. Nwobodo was seen on surveillance footage with a bandage wrap on his right hand while at Walmart purchasing trash bags, a flashlight, gloves, saws, and etc. on April 16th and 17th, according to documents. Let's take a moment to unravel Nwobodo's search history. What kind of research was he conducting? Investigators stated that internet searches connected to his Gmail account showed how he looked up if bleach or vinegar could destroy DNA on April 20th. Fast forward to April 21st, the same account conducted another search for the most forested part of Houston. Then on April 27th, Nwobodo's account searched how to delete your history completely. The next day, documents stated the account searched for multiple ways on how to get away with murder. Nwobodo also looked up 15 cheapest places to live in the world for $1,000 a month. Let's move forward to May 3rd. Documents stated Nwobodo's account searched if police could check the phone records of a missing person and if police can unlock a phone during an investigation.
It's a phone call Kevin Johnson has been desperately waiting for.
They wouldn't have notified me if they didn't think it was her. I believe it's her.
Johnson says Houston police notified him Wednesday that remains, strongly believed to be that of his 24-year-old daughter Felicia, were found in Montgomery County.
The jury was on the body. That was hers. We're just waiting for the dental records to, actually have the 1,000%.
He says they're still waiting on the medical examiner's office to officially confirm, but are looking forward to the day they can lay Felicia to rest.
It's a blessing. It's a score for us. It's a score for the family. Whenever they release her, then I will be able to have a service for her and pay her the respects that she needs, because I want the perpetrators to be caught.
Using information from Uber, leads were obtained, such as Nwobodo's phone number and email address. Upon searching his name in their system, NPD found his address from a November 2020 police report where he was being investigated for sexual assault. But the case was dismissed when the alleged victim declined to press charges. On May 13th, detectives got search warrants for Nwobodo's car and apartment. They described a violent scene at his Richmond Avenue apartment, saying there were apparent bloodstains throughout the residence. During a traffic stop, he was taken into custody. Nwobodo was detained, questioned, and released because there wasn't enough evidence to arrest him at the time. However, his cell phone was seized. During the search in his apartment, investigators found Felicia's DNA, and in Nwobodo's car, they found a gun, knife, and shovel. The cell phone that was seized contained a photograph of a dismembered female in addition to 3 photos of deceased individuals. The individuals in the photos were not identified, and no metadata was associated with them. Evidence indicated Nwobodo killed Johnson inside his apartment before disposing her personal effects in Bear Creek Pioneers Park. While on the run, on June 9, 2022, Chukwuebuka Nwobodo, 28, was charged with murder and tampering with evidence in the 232nd State District Court. After almost a year since her disappearance, on February 7, 2023, Felicia's body was found by a worker with the Texas Department of Transportation in the Sam Houston National Forest, near Flamingo Lakes and Highway 149. The worker called law enforcement, and MCSO detectives and crime scene investigators responded to the scene and confirmed the bones were human. Investigators took DNA samples and took dental records of the remains. Felicia did not deserve this. It took almost a year for her remains to be found and for her family and friends to receive some kind of closure. Felicia was the light of her dad's life. He never gave up hope on his daughter being found. The message that he posted on the GoFundMe page that has been set up is a heartfelt one. My baby girl was beautiful, kind, and a loving soul who brought joy to everyone she met. She had a bright future ahead of her, and her life was cut tragically short. Lord knows words cannot express the depth of my grief and the loss that I feel. An anonymous friend also remembered Felicia as being a light. She saw Felicia right before her trip and had nothing but kind words. She's great. She's incredibly funny. She's witty. She's smart. She can crack a joke in 2.5 seconds. Felicia left her home for a new opportunity and life, only to encounter the very monster who took her life. Always be aware of your surroundings. I hope you enjoyed today's story. That's all for today's video, and thank you for watching. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications to never miss any updates. I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned and take care.